Have you ever felt hostage to your past, as if everything that happened determines your future? I want to talk to you today about this invisible prison that prevents us from living the best that God has for us. Often, we carry decisions we didn't make, others' mistakes, old frustrations, and we let that shape our story. But I want to show you that there is a way out, and it begins when you truly allow Jesus into your life. The past no longer needs to define who you are. When God arrives, He resets everything, transforms your story, and opens paths where it seemed impossible. The Word tells us, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing." This means that no trauma, no wrong choice by others, no defeat will determine what He has for you. It's time to tear out the old page and write an extraordinary future, filled with the presence of God, with the faith and hope that only He can give. I invite you to make a decision today, to place your story in Jesus' hands, to forget what paralyzes you, and to live the abundant life He has planned. It doesn't matter where you came from, but where He wants to take you. Watch until the end, share with someone who needs to hear this word, and come walk with us on this journey of faith. God wants to do something new in you, and the time to start over is now. You know, it's curious to observe human behavior, especially these days, with everything we see on the internet. Sometimes we face situations that seem illogical. People defending their own condition with tooth and nail, even if it is the source of their pain. They cling to a label, to a difficulty, and fight against anyone who suggests a change, as if their identity were tied to that suffering. This leads us to a deep and somewhat dangerous truth. Whoever does not become the author of their own story becomes a victim of the choices they failed to make. But my point here is not about internet controversies or viral discussions. That is just a symptom of something much larger, a prison that silently chains most of us. The truth is that we all have an area in our lives where, instead of fighting for freedom, we get used to the bars. And the most common, the most subtle, and the most devastating prison of all is that of our past. That's what I came to talk to you about today. About this story that you carry like a shadow. The story written with the ink of disappointment, with the harsh words someone said that became your truth. The door that closed and convinced you that you didn't deserve to go through it. That mistake, that thoughtless choice, which today seems to be the title of every chapter of your life. You have become a hostage to this story. A prisoner who rereads their own sentence every day, believing that the end is already decreed. And what if I told you that this message is no accident, that your arrival here is a divine sign? There is a truth about your pain that is about to be revealed. It's not about mending what was broken. It is something infinitely more powerful. It's about a transformation so complete that you will barely recognize the person you were. Stay with me, because God has something to give you. And it's not a piece of advice, it's a blank page. But first, He needs to do something with the story that imprisons you. Something that will shock you, something that will set you free. The pain you carry has a name. It's called the past. It has become an entity, a ghost that haunts your days and dictates your rules. How many times have you tried to fight it? But the past has deep roots. It has convinced you that you are the direct result of everything that has happened to you. If they abandoned you, you are the abandoned one. If they betrayed you, you are the betrayed one. If you failed, you are the failure. The world, with its best intentions, offers you a solution. Reframe it. They say, turn your pain into strength, and you try. But be honest, at night, when the lights go out, the wound still hurts. The injustice still burns. The guilt still accuses. Reframing often is just putting a pretty bandage on a wound that remains infected on the inside. You feel insecure, doubtful. Is there really a way out? You see people who seem to have it all figured out, who talk about a God who doesn't seem to hear your specific cry. But that is where your story meets his, because God's plan for your past was never reframing. God's plan is much more radical. He didn't come to help you carry the burden. He came to break it into pieces. If this message is already touching your heart, if you feel it was made for you, take a short break. Leave a like on this video so that more people who feel like you can find it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any sign that God wants to send you. Done? Let's continue, because the moment of your liberation is coming. Imagine the scene. You are before God. In your hands, you hold the page of your life, crumpled, tear-stained, full of shame. You hand it to him, hoping he will fix it, that he will erase the mistakes. But God does not operate with our logic. He looks at you with a love that melts all your fear. He takes the page from your hand, and then he does the unthinkable. With a firm and decisive move right in front of you, he tears the page. Not once, but 2, 3, 4 times. He turns it into useless confetti, into pieces of a past that no longer exists. The sound of the tearing paper echoes in eternity as your cry of freedom. He didn't edit it, he destroyed it, he annihilated it. In that act, he is revoking the authority of your past over your future. He is declaring that that story, with all its pains and failures, is no longer your identity. It is over. The silence that follows is deafening. The pieces of your old life are on the ground, powerless. You feel light. And then the question arises, what now? If my story has been destroyed, who am I? It is in that moment that God leans toward you. He opens his hand, and in it, gleaming with the light of eternity, is a page, a perfectly, immaculately, gloriously blank sheet. There is not a single line, there is not a single stain. It is your new beginning. He hands you this page, and with it a promise. Behold, I am making everything new. This blank page is not a second chance for you to try to be better. It is an invitation for him, the author of life, to write a new story with you. Your identity is no longer anchored in what you did or what was done to you. Your identity is now established in who he is. Now, the choice is yours. You can spend the rest of your life looking at the pieces of paper on the floor, trying to pick up the shards of a story that God has already finished. Or you can take a deep breath, smell a new day, and accept the blank page he offers you. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. This is not just a pretty verse. It is the declaration of one who has accepted the blank page. It means that the old narrative, the I defined by pain, has died, and a new I who lives by faith has been born. The old has gone, the new has come. Today, at this very moment, is your behold, all things are new. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Surrender the story they scribbled for you and accept the one he wants to write. Close your eyes. Feel his presence there, where you are. Give him your dirty page. See by faith him tearing it up. And now feel in your hands the glorious weight of the blank sheet. This is your today. This is the beginning of everything. Your true story is not the one left behind. Your true story is, if this message has set you free, don't keep this blessing to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so we can continue this journey together. And now, I want to create a map of hope. Comment below with the city from where you are receiving this new story. Let's see how far the light of a new beginning can reach. Visit our channel for more messages like this. Remember, your story isn't over, it has just begun.